And hello, we're live. I was just pressing the button for going live on Instagram, which I think is working. Yes, we're live on Instagram. Well, hello to everyone. Thank you for coming along to today's session. We are here for quantum psychic readings, clearings, and healings, talking to spirit guides, Akashic records. And we also have today's theme, which is surfing ascension waves. I can't do any other surfing motion than doing this. But please feel free to share your experiences of what it feels like going through ascension as we experience these galactic waves that flow through our central sun, galactic sun, through our sun and into ourselves, that we all experience lots of different experiences. Some of us are fatigued or have headaches or ringing in our ears or sometimes backache or a whole range of different things. So if you have tips on how best to surf these waves, please do let us know. As well as always, please put your requests in capitals and we'll randomly select these between Viviane and I. And when we select someone, please say hello in the chat so we know you're here. Hello to you, Viviane. How are you?
Hi, John. I'm great, thank you. Happy to be here. And as you're talking about ascension symptoms, my my right ear is ringing right now. But I rather have that than a migraine. But anyway, so it was just funny because as we started talking about that, it was just the timing of it. So yeah, happy to see you all here. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's funny, both my son and I had headaches just the same day. Was that Monday? But it was funny that it's exactly the same time. I guess that's one thing to look for, especially with our loved ones, maybe even our pets, that, you know, we experience these things at the same time. And I don't know, I no longer believe in coincidences. So I always pay attention to similarities.
Yes.
So hello to everyone on Viviane's channel, on my channel, John Binney, and everyone on Instagram as well. It's fun seeing you all 32 of you so far. Thank you for coming. And yeah, please keep your requests coming and I'll go ahead and create a safe space and we can get started. And so please join me as we create the safe space. We'll do so by taking a deep breath in through the nose and breathe out what no longer serves our highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any fear, shame, anxiety, or pain, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any remaining low vibration energy or emotion that no longer serves your highest good, nice and loud. And continue to breathe deeply and calmly as it feels right for you. And if you choose to, you can place your hand on your heart and focus your attention at the center of your heart, where your golden, divine spark of your soul and the source of love of this universe enter your heart and your heart chakra. And from here, extend a cord of light up through the top of your head and reach up into the sky, up into space and up into the stars, reaching up higher and higher through the frequencies and dimensions of this universe until you reach the highest dimension of the source of love of this universe. And there, connecting your light cord into the highest dimension of source. Expanding out your light, feeling that oneness, that unconditional love, that feeling of home. Remain connected into source and extend your light cord down through the stars, through the sky, back down to the top of your head and into your heart once more. And continue to allow your heart to gently open now as we create a safe space around our beings. Allow us to truly feel safe and to open within each of our individual safe spaces. For when we are open, we're able to give and receive so much more freely. And now from the center of your heart, extend your cord of light down through the root of your spine and deep into the ground, all the way down through the layers of the planet, going deeper and deeper until you reach the very core of Mother Earth. And there, connecting your light cord into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. And we take the opportunity to send so much love to Mother Gaia and allow her to send her love back. And as we're connected here, become aware of the ascension waves, these waves of energy, these measurements of Schumann resonance that flow through from the center of our sun into our hearts, but also into the heart of Mother Gaia. And as we connect into her heart, bring awareness to these waves that affect us all and give us all the opportunity to connect into Mother Gaia and to ground into her vast volume of this big, beautiful planet. And from the center of Gaia's heart, remain connected and extend your light cord up through the layers of the planet, up through the root of your spine and into your heart once more. Now together with the light of Source above, Mother Gaia below, and your own light, expand out a golden bubble of protective light from the center of your heart to surround you, about 2 meters out to each side, above and below, in front and behind, and set the intention that only energies and entities with your permission, your highest good, love, and compassion can see you, access you, or exist within this space or within you. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into your golden bubbles, invite in your guides, your higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Source, and Gaia. We ask for their guidance, clearing and healing and protection, together with the assistance of the integration of today's messages and healings, either directly or indirectly for each of us. And continue to allow your heart to open in this safe space that you've created around yourself, this invincible and impregnable boundary set by your free will and your intention. Allow your heart to send this signal of safety, of love and openness through your upper chakras up to your crown and through your lower chakras down to your root chakra. And through space and time, I create a golden protective bubble around all of us in our live streams across YouTube and Instagram, and also in the replays. And I set the intention that only energies and entities with my permission, highest good, love, and compassion for all may see us, access us, or exist within this space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And for Viviane and I invite in our guides, our higher selves, our souls, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Source, and Gaia. And we ask today to assist those that place their requests in capitals, and that we will select your request randomly. Please say hello if your request is selected. Say hello in the live chat. And at that time, we will invite forwards yourself, your guides, and your higher self to be able to work through your request as best we can. And we thank you for being here and for your requests and your love and supports of each other in the chat, especially with today's theme of surfing these ascension waves. And so it is.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you. I realized how tricky it can be to say our souls without saying the one word version. Wonderful. Would you like me to go first today? I'm sure I've been asking you to go first.
Sure.
Wonderful. I'll put on a bit of music as we go. Okay, we're selecting first request. Boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Okay, first request we have from Lacey Gray. Please say hello in the chat, Lacey. So I bring this music to an end. Let us know, Lacey, if you're here. Lacey Gray, are you here? Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You are here. Yay. So, Lacey, thank you for your request. You said, can you please ask Akash, Spirit, Higher Self, if moving forward with a legal issue against my mother is for the highest good? Okay. And I'm sure you know this already, that we're not lawyers, but we can definitely we can ask your guides and higher self and the Akashic records also. And yeah, we can go ahead and just do this in parallel and see what comes through for you, Lacey. So just asking your higher self, your guides, to come forwards to Viviane and I to assist with this question regarding a legal issue with your mother. So I don't have context on what it is. So, but what I was shown for you, Lacey, is I was shown two paths. One is following this legal route and the other is not. And it is maybe not a surprise to you that it seemed like a much bumpier road following this legal issue. And then your guide very compassionately said, it's important to know that you may or may not get what you achieve at, what you wish to achieve from pursuing this challenge legally. And so you're encouraged to think. Thinking is one aspect, right, about what will happen in the future, but also feeling into it. There's just this feeling of like one of the paths was successful. Like it seemed like you'd followed the legal path and it was a bumpy road and that you were successful. But then what I was seeing in the Akashic records is this question mark at the end, like, was it all really worth it? And did you get what you wanted out of it? So perhaps I find legal issues a great way of feeling into, or you're just saying more about spiritual growth and quality of life than legality. Yeah, I was going to say that there's more opportunity for us to kind of put legalities and who's right and who's wrong out of any situations. So if it was legal or not, and even if it's just an interpersonal challenge that you have with your mother or relationship challenge, is to put aside all of our kind of 3D paradigms and laws first, at least mentally and in your heart, and then allow yourself to feel into what feels like the right course of action. And sometimes it is a case of being able to do one of the hardest things of letting go and release. And it's the latter that I felt strongest for you. So that's what came through for me. How about you, Viviane?
Okay. Hi, Lacey Gray. Well, what I saw at first is the image of the justice like balance, and it kept on moving. It was not close to having the balance, and and then I could see Lacey Gray on one side and her mother on the other side. So, and then you also said it would be a bumpy road, and that kept like reflecting. I had that reflected on my vision too, and I heard something like it would really not bring peace. It would be like a long process, and it would really not really bring peace. So it's a tricky situation, of course, being a close family member. Let's see if I have a comment from Lacey here.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything else. Just a previous comment that it was more about
about the
spiritual growth and quality of life and legality.
And then I saw, neat a comment like neat peace. I had helped her a lot to redirect. And then I heard free will and you do you. I mean, I guess you probably are referring to not having the same beliefs when it comes to your spiritual growth. Yeah, redirect your attention elsewhere because you want peace. Yeah. So it felt to me that it would not necessarily, be a good idea to do that because it would not bring peace. That's what I got. That's the message that I got for you, Lacey Gray. Good luck with everything.
Yeah, best of luck with it.
And a quick comment. I want to say hi to everyone joining on Instagram. And just a reminder, I did see a couple questions. So please, if you have a question, please post on our, well, we're selecting questions from the YouTube chat. So
do they not turn up here as well? Or should I say, do we not see them?
Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, you're right. They should.
I thought they did. In the magic of StreamYard.
I meant to say post them in caps, so that's how we recognize that there are questions and not comments. I should see.
I just don't see any comments yet in Instagram.
Yeah, I did see them in Instagram. I saw a few comments. There were questions on Instagram, but they're not in caps. I have to refresh my page here to welcome.
Yeah, please do put all your requests in caps. And while we're checking on that, there's a couple of really lovely comments to share. One, so relating to our previous work. So Sonia says, I love Sonia Ross, Intuitive Messenger. Just wanted to thank John for the clearing from my Ascension symptoms 2 weeks ago. My headaches have been noticeably better. Oh, that's fabulous. I'm glad to hear that.
Lovely.
Thanks, Sonia. And also, just the comment above it from Love Awakens, thank you both so much for my reading and removal of that scar-like thing that was under my shoulder, manifested as a small bruise when you pulled it out.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for, we love having, getting feedback from everyone. It's lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Love Awakens.
Yeah, thank you so much. It encourages us to keep going whenever we share more. And just before we move off, Lacey, she was originally felt that it would break the ties, that bond, but feel that the energies have changed from that. I think one of the hardest things with our family members is that we have, strong connections to them, right? We feel it in our bloodline and we feel it energetically and as our parenting and child roles. So yeah, I just, every time Viviane was sharing what came through for her, I kept hearing what I had shared, that specifically the phrase of releasing and letting go, just over and over. And I was like, why are your guides saying this to me? And it's the cord cutting that they're encouraging. There is a cord cutting meditation in my 14-day spirit guide meditation, so you can try that if you want to. And I'll put that in the chat as we're going on to the next request. Thank you for your request.
Yes, the meditations are so helpful. I really encourage everyone to, even if you may say, okay, I'm not into meditation, but they're not like, you're not going to be sitting like there for like, an hour. It's
Yeah,
they're
like 10 minutes or
easy to
so.
follow and very, very helpful.
Oh, thank you.
So, okay, let's go for our next request. Okay, I'll select our next question.
Yeah, I think you might be right. So there is one request into Instagram, but it's not come through.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that is. I see it's from TINK99. So
well, we'll keep an eye on it for now, and then I guess we can only randomly select between the two sources. If you are watching from Instagram, yeah, please, you can also just come over to our YouTube channel as well if you want to make sure you definitely have equal treatment and equally random chance of getting your request selected.
Yes.
As we have 31 in YouTube. And I'll just post I'll post my channel in there. You can also go through Viviane's channel.
Sure. Yes, so everyone on Instagram, go to @JohnBini on YouTube. There you go. And please post your question in caps in the live stream chat.
Thank you. Would you like to choose one?
Sure.
Thank you.
Kelly. Well, so fast I didn't give you a chance to play the music.
Just
Sorry.
a little bit of music.
I enjoy the music. Give it a little chance.
It's not mandatory.
No, I love it. Yeah, I love it. And this is a pretty song too. So Kelly, Radnage, you asking for energy clearing along with any attachments or entities, and you also love to know a name of one of your spirit guides if they have a name. So please say hi in the chat. Oh, you're here. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Fill up their hearts and let them shine through the sky. Okay. And we could split this, right? So one could do the name of a spirit guide and messages, and the other do the clearing.
Okay, I'll go for the messages.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just asking Kelly, our guides and higher self, to step forwards to Viviane and I to assist with clearing messages and perhaps to share a name with Viviane, one of your guides. So I'm just going to scan through Kelly. I'll do this quietly first and then share what I find. Turn to Swords or never turn you again. source, so never turn her again. Just to let you know, Viviane, I found a very dark attachment through the third eye, which I've now removed.
Ooh,
and pushed it out through our space, just in case you're having any challenges connecting with one of their guides.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I just have so many guides coming for, and they're asking, can you just have one step forward and introduce yourself? I have different ones, and they're
They just need to decide.
yeah. So I yeah, so many. Okay.
Okay.
I had I saw an Arcturian guide. One a guide said, "I'm Uncle Bill," and then the other one, and then I saw Gaia, and then now I'm asking, "Can you some just one person step forward and give me a message, please?" And then there's even one more that said, "Call me Craig." So it's like, can is everybody trying wanting to talk to you, Kelly?
Well,
And you may speak to her if you need to about the entity, about the clearing, while I'm getting the messages. Okay.
yeah. Oops. I just accidentally clicked. Oh no. Now I need to go back to it. I'll find it. So yeah, there was a lot. Let me just put your comment back up so that there it is at the top.
Thank you.
So the first thing I felt was on the right side of your face, Kelly. There was this negative attachment, like this dark energy, and it was this feeling of this entity trying to like make its way into you. It was like trying to one day, whenever that would be, trying to influence you, influence your brain and access your crown chakra. So I removed that, not thinking much of it, and then I got down to your third eye, and in your third eye, what I thought I was seeing right through the center of your third eye was this small, what looked like a kind of small worm-like entity. And as I started to pull it, it got larger. And it's like, oh, this is not a small worm. It's the tip of like what felt like a really long tentacle, like a giant octopus tentacle. So I reached, I don't know if you saw me, like I reached behind the back of your crown chakra and then pulled it out from the back. And this entity, like I was asking, like, how does this entity make it into here? And I just said, I pushed this entity like outside of our safe space. So as well as the safe space that we create at the start of our session, Viviane and I also create one before, which wraps around our live stream and replays. And so I pushed it out of there so that it's gone. It's like disconnected from you. And what seemed to happen is it was like this entity had been, how to describe it? It was taking advantage of a challenge that you had in your third eye, which was that you were trying to figure out what was you're perceiving what was true for you or not. So it's a bit like when we look at the clouds and someone says, "Oh, look, I see a dinosaur," and you say, "Oh, it looks more like a whale to me or a car," and that you were struggling with like your own truth and your own perception. not just about clouds in the sky, but anything. And that was where it was trying to influence you and had been able to attach to you. And then further down, so after that had gone, there was a little bit of work on like clearing in your heart, and then there's this kind of like cradling aspect in your inner child, and so around your sacral chakra. So I cleared some like blocked energy there, and really after I finished that whole clearing, which was quite dramatic, and I was saying, "Is there anything else I can do?" And your guide's like, "No, that's more than enough." Is in part just to be aware that these sorts of things happen to many of us. In fact, I've had, or at least I've had attempts like that from entities like that to me a couple of years ago, and that there's nothing to be ashamed of. This isn't just a message for you, Kelly, a message for all of us, and that it's really important that when we identify these things or others see it within us, take time to reflect on it, like how real this feels for you or not, what symptoms you've been experiencing or not, and to be aware that other entities can attempt to, over time, attach to us and either feed off our energy or influence in different ways, and that creating strong boundaries around yourself, having a sovereign space like we do when we create our safe spaces, helps protect you against often like having a mixed intention or perhaps no intention about what you would like to create around you in the reality around you. So if you want to create a safe space where you feel safe and all your heart's open and it feels very loving, then you get to choose that, right? You get to choose to create that. And the opposite's true as well if that's not what you want. So just encouraging to bring your loving attention and compassion to this. And excuse me, I would consider taking a look at those 14-day spirit guide meditations I shared, because after an entity removal like that, it's really powerful. Although they've been told to leave and to return to source or never return here again, they and I'll just post it into the chat. There's always the chance that they come back, especially while we're feeling vulnerable. We're not gods. We can't stop other beings from doing things to other people, but it's you can stop other beings doing things you don't want to yourself. So I hope that helps. So that was a lot in a short space of time. How about you, Viviane? Did you manage to settle on one of the guides?
Yes. Hi, Kelly. So like I said previously, there are different guides that are coming through, and I was like, can you just decide one, please step forward? Because I saw an Arthurian guide. One said, okay, I'm Uncle Bill. Then I saw Gaia, and then there's guys say, you can call me Craig, and this is the one that stepped forward, and he was like wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and he said that is important for you to remember to have the habit of clearing and grounding your energy. And then I saw you holding a leaf of sage, and holding in front of you like this, and I saw that the smoke going up, and then I heard that it would be good for you to also do that in your environment, in your home, clear the energy of your home. And then there's one more thing. Yeah, clear the energy of your home. As a habit from time to time. But yeah, but like I say, yeah, there's so many guides, but continue to talk to them and start. Maybe you remember to call them by name, but even if you don't, always great to be in the habit of having a daily communication with them, and ask them for guidance too when you are when you clean your energy.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And those spirit guide meditations, the same ones I use, day 2 is the same one I use every day for talking to my spirit guide guides.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get guide jealousy now if I just mention one of them.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. But call them their help.
Definitely. Thank you.
I also got card. I'm sorry, I just got card too. It's good to clear the energy of your card too. I do that. I clear the energy of my card to include that in the part of the the home.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's something about metal as well that it like holds energy well as a conductor.
Yes. Yeah, I like to create a bubble of protection around my car too. When I'm driving, when it's left at a parking space.
Mm-hmm. Great. Let me choose next request. Oh, I did press play on the music, but it is turned down. Selecting the next request. Please place your requests in capitals. If you're on Instagram, please come over to John Binney on Yahoo, on YouTube, and you can join the live and place your requests here. Randomly checking. This is a brand new one. Always Protected. You must be here. And Always Protected says, what song is this? This song is, he says, having written it at some point in my life. I think it's called Ascending Love. All my songs are available on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, everywhere. Search for my name, John Binney, and you'll find my 164 albums. And I'll turn it off as much as I'm enjoying it. What would be remarkable is that at some point, I hit play and the person's YouTube username is the same as the title of the song. Well, it could happen, right? Okay, so Always Protected, you are here, and thank you very much for your kind comments. Said, I think I was targeted with jealousy from several individuals. I'm afraid it affected my life. Every time something makes me happy at one point, it crumbles and ends. What can I do to free myself? I don't yet know why this is important to ask you, Always Protected, but could you let me know, just a yes or no is fine, is for those that feel jealous towards you, are they people that are practicing like, energetic psychic work? And just a yes or no, or don't know is fine. So I'm just going to go ahead with a request for a message of Always Protected, their guides and higher self to step forwards around these challenges they've had with jealousy and feeling targeted, and also these challenges about these things repeatedly happening in their lives. And you're just saying in the chat, I have no idea, but one friend went to a psychic. Okay. Okay. I wish I could draw. It's a really interesting visual. Or maybe I should have like little Lego blocks in front of me or something. But what I was seeing was that you're going, Always Protected, you're going through significant upgrades. So and it's like a transformation. It's more like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. And what I saw was these blocks of you. So your guides were showing me like this visual of, imagine like Lego blocks, and they, some of them at the moment are like sat side by side. Some are like on top of each other. Some have gaps of other stuff in between, and they're all being like reassembled into this new version of you. And it's like I can only describe this as an ascended, more ascended version of you stepping into your higher self. And as you go through this reconfiguration, some of the gifts, some of the activations that you're going through are big. Like they are how to describe it, palpable to others that know you. They can see these changes in you. My feeling is that you're not fully aware of, even if you are aware of some of these changes in you, they're much more significant than you realize. And as you continue to, you're saying, yes, I feel it. It's like all these blocks are the building blocks. They're like, if we think about your chakras, each of your chakras coming into alignment and beginning their own journey individually to their rainbow activation, so their highest vibrational state in this lifetime, as well as you as an entire being stepping into this. And a huge thing to your question about everything, every time something makes me happy, at one point it crumbles and ends. That's happening because of this letting go process. So just like the butterfly has to let go of the chrysalis and maybe the caterpillar friends, because it's not going to be around them anymore, it's going to be flying around. This is you stepping into a whole new. So it's very much a journey of self-care, of surrender, of letting go, and being really gentle with yourself as you go through this. Your soul has clearly signed up for a really big transformation in this life. So nurturing yourself through this would really help. And if you don't already, having a regular meditation practice. And as we were also sharing in the chat, encouraging people to share, how they do things like surf ascension waves. This is important for you as well in your ascension journey, because these kind of go-to self-care tasks, like I do grounding on the grass outside. I love my daily meditation practice. I love long baths. I love naps. Like all these things, when these upgrades are going faster for you, allowing yourself to be more supported and cared for by yourself. For those that are jealous of you, the suggestion is that you let them go. You get to choose what you do with that. How did you get on, Viviane?
I had a vision for Always Protected. At first, I saw a cord, like a loop around it, and being pulled. And I'm like, okay, what does this mean? And then I heard, think outside the box, and this cord is pulling you. And then I saw this, you were inside the box, and this cord is pulling you out of this box. It wants you to move forward. It's living, kind of like leaving that old self behind. It's freeing yourself from being constricted in this box. Yeah, at first that's when I saw this cord around you, and if I was not going to be something positive, but when I saw the rest of the vision in context, yeah, it is pulling you out of this box and old self and old energies, and wants you to move forward. And one thing that came to mind too is because you're saying there's so many things that many times you're targeted with jealousy from several individuals, and when you perhaps of course let go of people in your life that they're not good for your energy, but also a reminder that perhaps you're oversharing too. Sometimes there are things in your life that it's better for you to take care of it and nurture, and not like, if you're like sharing too much of everything that you want to do or you're doing, perhaps that's making you vulnerable to that.
And no one's jealous of the journey, right? They're only ever jealous of the result.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, I want to go through all that pain and anguish and ambiguity and challenges. No one ever says that. They always say, oh, I want to be able to fly like you can, like a butterfly. Yeah. And I think that's really important in your journey. You also, in the chat, Always Protected was saying that they changed their diet and just said, I turned vegetarian and going vegan, I think it's part of the transformation. It absolutely is. The higher your vibration, the less tolerant it becomes to lower vibration food, or specifically the energy in the food being lower vibration.
Yes.
And that we all get to choose. Like, I'm not vegan. I just can't give up on cheese. It's like an addiction for me. And then, but we all get to choose, and consciously eating is really helpful. You know, when you have a choice of what you eat, paying attention to where do you think the vegetable was grown? Like, where do you think there's lots of pesticides? Do you think it was like in a happy place, happy soil, happy environment? Like all these, and the same with an animal or whatever you choose to eat. Just all you can do is be conscious and then make decisions based on what feels right for you. But you're absolutely right. Higher the vibration, the lower the tolerance for lower vibrations. And also it can help accelerate your ascension if that's what you want.
and nothing wrong with sharing. It's just that you're sharing that with the people around you that are a lower vibration. So so they're gonna be like sending that lower vibration energy to you of jealousy and so I hope to help always protected, and thank you so much for your question.
Pebbles, thank you. Emily says cheese is good though.
Yes, I like, and I'm not even supposed to have dairy, everybody, so it's hard, but I cheat sometimes.
That must be really hard.
Yeah, it is.
Is that lactose intolerance?
Yes.
Well, one day vegan cheese, etc., will be better.
I know, because I tried that and I had to spit it out. Like, it was so horrible. Like, never again. So
I think especially if you're a cheese fan and then you have to eat vegan cheese, it's a harder journey. But yeah, all these things are getting better. And the reason it's no coincidence it's getting better is because more of us are like having a higher vibration. So we are demanding a higher quality of the food that we eat.
I gave up pork and red meat years ago. I wasn't able to give up on other things that I'm still trying to, but yeah.
Okay. Is it my turn then?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, no, you chose this one. I'm sorry.
Did I? Oh, I did. Oh, you just said yes. Oh, well, here's the music.
Okay.
Yes, I'm breaking free. This bird is leaving its comfy cage now.
Lottie B. Lottie B hugs from spirit. I love hugs. So you're saying I feel I astral travel in my sleep to visit galactic friends. Is this correct? And could you tell me anything about them? Thank you. So I believe you're here, but okay, you're here. Thank you so much. Okay, so message from your galactic friends.
Wonderful. I love this request.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, so asking Lottie guides herself to step forwards and to help answer a question about what happens in dream time. Wow. This is news to me, but it's really exciting to share, Lottie. So the first thing is I felt, yes, you absolutely do. When you visit your galactic friends, so there seems to be like a really broad range of activities. And what I'm about to describe to you is not the limit of these activities that you're doing in dream time. It's just some of them. And so the first thing I saw is that you're on board like not just one, but your role is to work on lots of different galactic federation ships. And I could see you, I describe it as like you were kind of, the energy was a bit like you're running between these different rooms, but you weren't physically running, you were walking. And it was very excited, like you were very excited and you're facilitating. Your role seemed to, I asked initially, oh, is this like an administration type of role? It's like, no, you're helping facilitate. It's like, oh, great. What's Lottie facilitating? I said, oh, helping facilitate a lot of people. So people that are doing exactly what you and I do when we dream. In dream state, we go to these ships if that's what we've chosen to do, and to help our galactic brothers and sisters, but also help those on Earth. And what took a little bit longer was trying to find out what exactly was your role. And I can only describe it as, you know how, my right ear's ringing nicely as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know how some people talk of like these waves of like awakenings in humans and souls arriving on Earth. So like first wave, second wave, etc. So it kind of ignoring those numbers or the distinct phases as we traditionally know them, what was described to me was like that you're supporting this next wave. And these are people they're human beings like you and I here on Earth, but they're just going through their awakening journeys. And so they're visiting these Galactic Federation ships to assist with a whole range of things, like to find out what their mission is, to remember how to do certain healing modalities or ancient wisdom or whatever it is that they need some help with. Also visiting med beds, etc. And your role seemed to be a bit like people were arriving and you were like triaging, that's the right word, triaging. You were finding people and helping like connect them with the right guides or galactic brothers and sisters, or going just physically like walking to the right room in a ship. So that's just really exciting. So yes, absolutely right. If you're ever in doubt, and this message is for everyone, if you're ever in doubt about what happened last night in dream time, ask your guides in the morning, maybe even write it down or say it out loud when you're going for your morning walk or run or coffee. Like bring it into this reality. And before you go to sleep at night, you can set the intention. You can say, oh, I just place my hand on my heart and say, Spirit guides, please take me to the Galactic Federation Athena. Or there's another one, I keep forgetting the name, but it sounds very similar to Interstellar. But there's these really beautiful experiences that you can be intentional about as well, both before you go and then afterwards. And Lottie says, wow, I thought I heard and saw the ship when waking up once. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, nice. I actually saw right in the beginning, I saw an Arcturian guide reaching, like, reaching to you, and then I saw a ship above it. And so, yes, that's definitely confirmation that you are visiting your galactic friends in your sleep. I didn't get much detail about what you're doing. It was just confirmation. Yeah. So both of you being moved into the ship, and then the ship flying away, moving away. But it was nice visual nonetheless.
Amazing. And yeah, please, if you feel like you wish to share your experiences in the future, Lottie. You know what I find really, really fascinating is that I had no idea, and I'm not like a guru for these things, right? But and the Galactic Federation don't need to tell me to ask permission or to even inform me about anything. But it's new to me that there's this, like, it was a rush of activity, like really excited. If you ever wonder, you know, every time you see like dark fear programming happening across our world, there's an opposite of that going on actively, right? There's a lot of light way ahead of that darkness. And what it felt like was a lot of people, I describe it as people getting ready to go start their awakenings. And they're in all walks of life. You know, I was a senior manager at Amazon until May last year. And, you know, it's like, I can't be that anymore. I'd like clearly have been to in too many meditations and too many times with Galactic Federation ships to still want to be in that role I was in. And people are waking up in lots of different walks of life, even those you might think, you maybe don't like them much or think much of them in whatever walk of life, that every soul has the choice to awaken, and each of us uniquely in our own divine timing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was magical. So who's next?
Now use your
It's me.
your turn to choose.
Okay, choosing the next. Wow, the lyrics. My dreams are calling me. Silent angels, wings. I have no idea when I wrote this. I like it. Okay. I'll just get John a little bit quieter. There we go. And Foster, please let us know if you're here. And Foster is here. Look at this. You guys are like so fast.
Yes, thank you so much for responding.
And YT Social just saying, I've been to 3 live streams. I never got a chance. You always have a chance, but unfortunately, there's also, we get many requests. So we just work through as many as we can and randomly select them. So thank you for your patience, and keep coming if it's what you want, or you can take part in the free meditations, just get started and learn how to do all this yourself. Or like I did, and you can also book us. Viviane has much more availability than I do. I think my first available slots are in July, but you can visit my website, or you can visit Viviane's YouTube channel. Yes,
and then reach out to me at the moment via email, and I do have openings for appointments.
Fantastic. Yes, one reason why we do this is because we're getting really busy really fast. Okay, so good morning from Anne. It says good morning to John and Viviane. Sorry, I forgot to put my original request in caps. Requesting a clearing and any messages that need to come through from my higher self and spirit team. Clearing and messages. Okay. Which would you like to do?
I'll do the clearing. You worked on a couple clearings before. Thank you.
That's because you knew. It's because you're psychic, you see. Like, oh, you can do this one. Who needs... It's hard enough having friends, right? But psychic friends. Okay, so just asking Anne, her higher self and guides to step forwards. To assist with clearing and also any messages for it this time. I'll just start talking because it seems hopefully it won't be too distracting for you, Viviane.
That's fine.
The first message, how do I describe this? There's I was shown this visual, and it was like you, and imagine you're like kind of suspended in space, and you just feel like really tranquil, like this feeling of safety. You're floating through the universe, and it all feels beautifully calm and loving. And as I looked at your heart, your guide was showing me that your heart was nice and strong and open, and you felt so relaxed and at peace. And the reason that it feels so lovely is because you've been cultivating this feeling. I must admit, it's a feeling that many of us crave, a bit like that feeling. The only things I can think of is, maybe you're hugging your partner, or maybe you're on your first day of your holiday and you're out lying out in the sun, or the first moments when you're in a swimming pool and you're just floating there and you're staring at the sun. It's like those feelings where you're just letting go and you're relaxed fully. And your guide is encouraging you to reconnect with that feeling. And it feels like it's an important message of saying, that's the bar that you can focus on if you choose to, for how you should feel each day. You can spend more and more time each day feeling this bliss and love and relaxation and safety in your heart. And it's a journey. It's a journey for all of us, and we all have very unique experiences. And my practical advice would be, have a go at, if you've not tried my meditations, or if you can try them, and you can try others people's as well, but something where you're able to find that, like finding that oasis of calm, that paradise in each day, even if it's just for a few minutes. And the more that you do this, you'll be able to just enjoy this bliss that will encourage you to use it as a go-to throughout your day. So even when you're feeling the most stressed or the most low, it's somewhere where you can go each day and feel, actually, there's more to life than feeling what feels more like stress and anxiety and lack of safety. And also just to consciously, like we did at the start of today's session, and you can go back to that if you choose to, is just to focus on opening your heart. And to do so, create a safe space. And then after creating a safe space, excuse me, and I hope that wasn't too grim on camera as I sneezed.
Bless you.
Just managed to hit mute in time. What was I saying? Yeah, it
Creating
feels
safe
like,
space.
yeah, when you have strong castle walls, you can open your heart more, and your heart you'll never experience these tranquil feelings. Yeah, Anne says, a return to self. You'll never feel that until you feel safe. So that could be like your first action. Think of the things that make you feel safe. Safety is a feeling. It's not a physical thing, although physical things can help you feel safe. And, you might write down a list. You might take an action each day. You might say to yourself in the mirror in the morning, I put your hand on your heart and say, Anne, I'm ready to make myself feel more safe today. What are the things that I can do today to help return to myself and encourage safety? How did you get on, Viviane?
So I scanned your energy, and Foster, and right from the beginning, I was drawn to your throat chakra, and I saw some patches that to me indicated like stagnant energy, and I did a clearing and ran golden light through your. All the other chakras looked good to me, and so I ran a clearing, a golden light after I did the clearing, and then grounded the energy. So
Wonderful.
I did not notice any entities. You're asking. To me, it was just felt like a stagnant energy in your throat chakra. It looked like patches, dark grayish patches. And then after that, I could see the blue color, more vibrant.
That's good. Yeah, it didn't feel like you were under attack. It felt more like work to do inside. And a bit like our muscles, when our muscles go into a knot, and like my back does sometimes if I'm sat at a computer too long, that you feel like it feels quite painful, and it can feel a bit like you're under attack. And that was the feeling I had from your heart, and was like, when you're really closed tight, and often in a fear state, it's quite horrible, right? It's quite a grim experience. But whilst I haven't scanned you, it does feel right what Viviane is saying. Great. So we move on to the next one. Hope it helps you, Anne. for choosing your next request. Please say hello in the chat when you're randomly selected. If you're on Instagram, please come over to YouTube. You see in the pinned comment my YouTube channel, and please make your request there. Spread your wings, indeed. And I was just saying, thank you both so much. Currently in a situation where I'm feeling gaslit and manipulated. Yeah, I mean, you probably are. Certainly if you feel it. And it's really interesting, right? Like, I know in my life, when I've found myself in those situations, if I was to ask my heart in the morning, how can I help feel more safe today? I'd be ensuring I'm not around those people that are doing that, or around those situations. Okay. So Rare's next.
Yes, thank you for saying hi in the chat, Rare. So you're saying I'm waiting news regarding work. I'm waiting for invoices to be paid and also to have projects. How is my work situation taking shape? Okay.
So just like to ask for Rare, your guides and higher self to step forwards for this message regarding work, invoices, and your situation. Okay. Your guides were giving me a really lovely visual. So imagine a conveyor belt running along, but it's running towards you, right? And really interesting, this conveyor belt was running like directly into like your heart and solar plexus. And what I was seeing was like people, but also the universe, like placing, it looked a bit like money, but then it also looked like the invoices you mentioned, like people requesting work and then also paying for it, both coming down this conveyor belt. And it was quite quick. Like, it was like this kind of rapid flow. Like, it was like going again and again and again. And so the first message feels like the work situation, like the work itself that you are doing already, feels aligned. You get to decide that yourself, right? You don't need to take my word for it. Then the next thing I was shown was that what's happening with, especially as the universe, so the universe is always watching us, right? Always watching. And is watching us to see whether we have capacity, whether we're well organized, decluttered, and clear to be able to receive more work. And so, I'm a good example right now, right? I've had a lower number of bookings in part because I'm so busy and I'm booked out to July. Why should that surprise me, both from the people perspective that don't want to wait that long, and then also for the universe is looking at me going, he's just so busy. How could I give him more work? And a big catalyst for me in that starting was decluttering. Like, I cleared out my garage just the day before I got, months of bookings. And that's what I kept seeing, is that there's like this slowing of the conveyor belt of this abundance into you. And you, as a result of this happening, your reaction, a very human reaction, I've done it many times, was to like think, well, maybe I should do different work. What's going on here? Maybe I should change things. Instead of saying, oh, actually what you need to do is clear, like declutter. That includes like your home, your office, or wherever you work. It includes being really organized. Think of the problem not being a lack of customers or the customers paying you, but more a challenge of scaling what you're doing. Because when you imagine, for example, imagine you had 1,000 more customers tomorrow. What are all the little things now that would have a big difference? Excuse me. For me, you might have noticed I reorganized my studio because I'm in and out here all the time. So the little things, like I can turn on the lights before I enter the room with my phone. I can just come in here and it's all set up. the room is totally empty. It's like I have a plant and like that's it. And it's all part of decluttering, and it's a continued process. And so the more you do this, the more you create this capacity, including any websites you have, any ordering systems you have, every single way that you can automate or simplify things for you will allow you to demonstrate to the universe that's always watching, hey, Rare is ready for more custom. I'm ready to be paid. And it feels specifically with the payments, making sure that the process to pay is as easy as possible for your customers, and that you see like this really, it's clear to you when the money comes into your account, how you categorize it, how you do your books, etc. So it feels good and exciting. If you're not used to thinking and feeling about work in that way, that it's all about clearing the way you're working, clearing yourself and clearing your energy to open yourself up, then try it out, see how it works for you, and come back and let us know in a live stream.
Yes.
How about you, Viviane?
The first thing that I got was to think positive, and erase your vibes. Don't start thinking and don't start feeling negative, or the feelings of uncertainty will create uncertainty. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw you. I don't know what kind of work you do, but I saw you in a work cubicle, and there was like paper on your desk and a computer, and I saw you putting your hand on the paper. And it's like, okay, I'm ready to go, meaning I'm ready to work. And I heard the word streamline, which is partly of getting organized and uncluttered, but very important to, and you look at also how you phrase your question. So that's why you brought that up, because you're wondering, oh, am I going to have enough work? Am I going to be able to pay my bills? So clear that, and imagine yourself having the work stability and the abundance, and don't think of this. Don't focus on this uncertainty about having work and having money, because that was just what you're going to bring into your reality.
Yeah. Don't listen to other people. They have no idea. They'll tell you that, they'll tell you like, oh, it's hard times for everyone. Whilst it is hard times for many people, don't get me wrong. I think a really helpful way of looking at this challenge is that the universe is only ever trying to help you. But your behaviors as a human are typically, when we feel that we're not getting enough abundance, we tend to go into fear. And so the universe's response to that is, well, we can't give you more because you're too scared. And you're like, no, it's the opposite, please. Yeah, I hope this helps you. And you say you like a cleaning, like a cleaning infrastructure. Yes, like all these help. And your vibration, as Viviane says, like, is really important. Yes. Big, happy, high vibration. Like so for example, I had a cancellation this morning, and financially, my month has definitely been slower this month than compared to other months. And it's so easy in that moment to go, like, maybe I should just ask for another client, or maybe I should do something, and to feel that fear and that lack for a moment. And so doing the opposite is really helpful as a reaction. And so the first thing I did was I put in my calendar 2 hours sleep. And so I got up, music, meditation, took my dog Patch for a walk, went downstairs to the sofa, lay down, set an alarm for midday, and slept for an hour and a half, and then had lunch. And it was like, that felt so good. And sometimes when I do that, not every time, but quite often, I'll get another booking when I'm sleeping. And it's because the universe is like, hey, he's so bored. He's waiting for new customers. And it's like, you feel happy. Like if sleeping makes you feel happy, or maybe it's a walk in nature, whatever it is that you're doing, will help you attract more, rather than be fearful and trying to push for it.
Yes.
So Viviane, I've got you scared now. I've been guided to suggest
Okay.
that we've never done this before. I'm not sure how it'll work out. But you see that list that we have of 62
Yes.
requests.
Yes.
That what we do is, so first of all, we have the permission from everyone for these,
Yes.
right? What we could do in our remaining time is spend like no more than a minute, like literally just seconds on each one. And the idea is we either it's really looking for your initial response to see if you can offer help, if you know what I mean. So for example, like Kelly's one we've already done, so we would skip that.
Yes.
And we would look at it and say we could do 2 at a time. So I could do like the first, you would do the second, although it's supposed from you.
Yeah.
And so what would happen is we'll just speak out loud which ones we're doing and say this, and we say out loud, this is my initial response. So this is my initial advice, and just really quick.
Okay.
And it's really an attempt to try and help, at least at some level, everyone, and also just see what it feels like for us. Maybe we'll hate it. Maybe we'll love it. Maybe it'll be a bit of fun to do.
So I see we did Kelly, so the next one would be, from what I see here, is
I was going to play some music while we do it as well.
sure.
It'll help keep our pace up.
Yeah, and I'll let you start, and then we go like back.
Yeah.
I think I get what you were saying.
We get it to, and loop track. Oh, I'm not sure if it will loop or not, but it might. Okay. And hopefully it's not too loud or distracting. How's it feel?
It's fine.
Is it fine? Okay. Great. So we're done. So we could just unstar them as we go, shall we?
Sure.
It's never done this. Okay. So we've done Kelly and we've done Viviane.
Oh, why am I here?
That's probably me. Okay. And so since I kicked this off, I could do Laurie and you could do LP, and I'll just read out Laurie's.
Okay.
I'll just say Laurie's quickly.
Okay.
Okay, so Laurie's asking about spirit guide. So for you, Laurie, you have an avian guide. You've asked for a name. God, that's so hard in a minute. They seem to be very high vibration and very angelic, and they work with dreams. It's really funny, just as that lyric was playing in the song. Their name is Ematha, E-N for Michael, A-T-H-A, Ematha. And they said, ask for me in dream time. Okay, next.
LP. Okay, asking for healing or clearing. I've been drawn to your solar plexus for a clearing. And work on your self-confidence. Speak positive of yourself. Make time for self-care and fun. Also have fun.
Just a few more seconds.
And then I just got fun. That's like, give me more fun in your life, LP.
I love that. Wonderful LP. Okay, And for Sweet Bearish, I saw you walking in nature. You were talking about stiffness and discomfort. And I did, what was interesting, I was showing you like going up to a tree and like hanging from like a branch to help straighten your spine. And then I was asking, but is that safe? I said, well, it's up to you. But I did see you like at least walking up to a tree and then just putting your hands out and to touch the tree. And the reason for connecting with the tree is like, it's like communing with the tree, ask the tree for assistance in your discomfort, and grounding, barefoot on the grass, barefoot on stones. That will help release energy. And I just did a quick like scan down your spine, and that will definitely help you with the straightness and also the discomfort. So it feels like it's a blocked energy discomfort. Okay, which ones are we doing next? Am I doing Candy, and you doing Didi?
I'm doing Candy.
Are you doing Candy? On you go.
So, hi Candy B. Okay, you're asking for ancestral wealth clearing and healing where needed. I heard be open to receive. Believe that wealth is already yours. Place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your solar plexus area. And say, I am open to receive abundance. I am deserving of abundance. And visualize abundance. It's like you see a mountain, like you see like two piles of cash, and imagine like them like really growing up high. That's why I had it on both sides of your hands.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that helps, Candy B. For Didi, I saw, first of all, encouraging you to connect with cycles, the cycles of life, cycles of seasons. And the message I heard was that the winter, when it ends, isn't grieved for any longer by the other seasons, by spring and summer and autumn or fall. And it's like this acceptance that the cycles happen and a letting go. And then also like a celebration of each stage of the cycle. And I saw you placing your hand on your heart, and for this feels like a person you've lost, just asking them to step closer to you as your hand is on your heart, and ask to talk with them as they're there in the room. They will absolutely hear you and feel you. And the reason you put your hand on your heart is to help with that feeling. So I hope that helps you on your journey.
Lovely. And now for Jan G. Since adding your meditations to my daily practice, do you see any positive effects and any message from guides? Well, the first thing that I got, Jan G, was don't wonder if it helped. Believe it helped. Believe in the positive. Don't ask. Don't go backwards like that. Believe it's happening. Believe it is working. Believe it's better. Mm-hmm. And then when it comes to messages from the guides, I saw you touching a tree. So as a reminder to ground your energy and to spend time in nature and all that. So that's what I got for you, Genji.
Fabulous. Okay, and for Emily, when I did a scan through you, I saw poison, and the poison was your own negative energy and self-talk. And it's like self-doubt and self-talk, and you were talking about burnout and skin and hair issues, and this is like your body's reaction. It's like, I'm like, some people describe anger towards others as like drinking poison to punish someone else. And and it feels like it's actually the situations that are going on in your life that are causing you to feel negative about yourself. So that was the first advice, is like, whilst I could help like drain that out of your hands and out of your feet, which felt like it helped somewhat, you will only recreate that yourself if you keep talking to yourself negatively. So I'd encourage you to really focus on self-love, like acceptance of who you are and the situations you're in, and also the forgiveness of the behaviors that you've been in, perhaps the Ho'oponopono prayer, of sorry, I forgive you, thank you, I love you, and really to let that go will help you. Okay. And Christy, are you working on Christy just now?
Yes, for Christy, I felt the root chakra heavy, and I did a clearing, and I'm just running golden light through the body to be grounded.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. You may. So yeah, it was just the root chakra that needed help.
Okay, good. And for Vandana, the question of do you have a soul contract? Not a contract that is binding any longer is what is the answer I heard. So that whilst karmic can sometimes be perceived as a negative relationship that we have with people that we just have to kind of work through, feels more like if you have been having challenges, that it's not something that you have any karmic debt to pay for any longer. So you get to choose what you do with your relationship, but know that you're no longer bound at any soul level. So I hope that helps you, whatever you decide.
I'm working on Moonchild. I got throat. You need to speak your truth, and I'm looking to your throat for clearing now. And connect the throat to the heart. And I ran golden light through her body, through her chakras, and grounded the energy.
Fantastic, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Doing great.
Yeah.
It's fun. Teresa, so what I saw for your roller coaster of headaches has been, you said sharp, like that. It felt like in your third eye. These ascension waves that we're all going through seem to be causing this like third eye pressure and headache. And then what was happening was there's this entity like trying to connect into your third eye and causing challenges. That was the sharpness you felt. So I'd encourage you to create a safe space around you each day. I checked and there's nothing there right now. But creating a safe space around you each day will help with that. And then also like trying to discern what is your energy and what isn't. And if you get a headache again, and it may well happen as part of an ascension symptom, ask your guides, is this my energy? Is this from me? Ask your heart, is this my pain, or am I experiencing something from ascension waves, from the collective around me, or from something that's trying to attach to me? And that'll help bring your awareness, because as humans, when you have a problem, you know exactly what to do. And in your case, definitely following my spirit guide meditations would help you. Okay, and over to you for Venus.
Oh, hi, Venus. I heard that you need to open your heart and continue to move forward and be open. Yeah, be open to receive. Open your heart to receive. I checked for stagnant energy in the heart and asked for Archangel Michael to assist me. I'm going to run golden light real quick through your body. and grounded the energy. Thank you.
Fantastic.
You have lost honey.
Yeah, heavenly blessed honey. I love your name. So I did a healing and clearing, and it was really focused on your heart. Like I was guided sending love energy into your heart, and then blasted out through your whole body and through your auric field. And that really seemed to help like clear and nourish you. Feels like that honey aspect is like this really beautiful energy. So encouraging, this is something you can do yourself. And it seems like something to do yourself. You just place your hands on your heart and say out loud, I fill myself with the highest dimension of the source of love of this universe. And then visualize it filling up your whole body and filling up your auric field. So I hope that helps you. And you've been doing Lisa F?
Yeah, I don't have her daughter's name. I have her daughter's permission. She needs healing for her tooth that is hurting. So I'm not quite sure I'll be able to.
You can either try it without the name or I can if you wish.
Okay, I'll try. So, okay, Lisa F. daughter.
I'm just changing the music.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Lynn.
Lynn. Okay. I sending energy to the heart too for healing energy to the heart too for due to the heartache breakup. Sublime. Archangel Raphael beaming out a healing light to the.
Sorry, say that again. I think the music was a little bit loud.
I just said Archangel Raphael sending a beaming of healing light to the heart and heart space and the jaw area, the teeth for the tooth issue.
Brilliant.
So hope that helps. Lisa F. and Lynn, thank you.
Fabulous. If you wonder why the numbers are going up and down, it's because I've just been adding in some from the chat.
Okay.
So Seashells, and I think Seashells did also repeat this request later. What I saw is that, yes, you're right. And that's good, right? It's good news that you're right, that you're seeing something's trying to sabotage your frequency. What it feels like it's coming through is things that you allow that are negative into your life. And that felt like, I saw you like watching TV, what's on your phone, something's triggering fear in you. And there's an addiction to some of these activities. So this is often how we are the most vulnerable through our addictions, and it can include, addiction to fear. Fear can be lack. It can be of, various politicians destroying our countries or planets, like whatever it is that's going on. So I'd encourage you to face that first, like acknowledge what those things are. And there may be other addictions that only you know what they are. And then like keep up a daily regular practice of protecting your boundaries, and include those addictions. You have to face those as these kind of these holes in your armor, and they're very attractive to other entities to attack you through. So I hope that helps you. And you're doing Craig next.
Yes, hi Craig. I was drawn initially to your digestive system. You need to pay attention to your digestive system, what you're consuming, for your overall health. I did a quick cleaning of your energy, and I'm gonna send some healing. And I'm asking Archangel Raphael to send healing to the digestive area. And I'm hearing heartburn, and just need to really pay attention to the foods you're consuming. Really. Yeah, that's what I got for you, Craig. Thank you.
Fabulous. Thank you for Ryder.js. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but what I saw was like just some disconnect with the future track. It was like I was looking at the Akashic records, and it was almost like you're this. It reminded me of like the Indiana Jones movies, like this kind of carts like traveling along these tracks, and they're all kind of broken, and you're struggling to make a way forwards. And I was asking what that is, and it's when you're making decisions, in the decision-making process, you're looking at potential things that fill you with a lot of joy and that feel really good to you, but there's fear attached to it. Like you don't know how to, like the track to get to it seems really bumpy. And the best advice I can give you is to practice having an open heart and imagine that it's possible that you can create a version of yourself that can tackle that fear. It might not be right now, it might not be today, it might be tomorrow that you're able to cultivate that version of you that can see that door, that fear, and step through it and make that decision that feels the most joyous. And if all of that sounds a bit difficult, follow your joy. You will never go wrong following your joy. So please do practice opening your heart, following your joy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that helps you.
For Little Bird, I got a little bit of a song. I'm like a bird. I only fly away. And then I heard fly away, always well, follow your heart. Little Bird.
Fantastic. Okay. And for Julie, I've not done yet. Just give me a minute. So for you, Julie, it's not uncommon, right? In fact, I know some of this has been happening in my family recently, not with me directly. The first thing is I was hearing, see that the world has changed. So see that everything around your mother's trust has changed. And then the next thing I saw was the connections between you and your brothers or any other family members. And so I'd encourage you to let go of any of these connections and relationships you have that aren't serving your highest good. I know it's a hard message to hear, right? And I'm not sure I'd want to hear this message, but it's like, let go of the money where your feelings and your own feeling of safety and cultivating what feels right for you comes first. And then allow yourself to let go of these cords and connections. Know that and this is something I find hard to get my head around sometimes, is that when you do the right thing, when it feels like the right thing for you, and you honor what feels just to you, the money will come in other ways if it's not coming through, for instance, the trust. I know it's not just about money, and trusts aren't just about money, but that's often one of the things we find hardest to swallow is like, well, if I give up on this, like I'm losing out. So you don't need to totally give up, but it's more just a case of allowing yourself to let go of what was. of relationships that don't work for you, and to step into a surrender of a situation where know that by making the right decisions that feel right to you in your heart, you'll always be rewarded for this. And for those that don't make decisions that follow their hearts or serve others, there's mechanisms like karma to take care of that.
Okay, and Salsa Girl, I saw you riding a bike outside and feeling the sun and the wind, blowing in your hair. It was very nice. And then I heard spend time outside, and be out in the community, connect with people. There's something I was trying to remember. Sorry, trying to remember. Move forward. Spend time in nature. Spend time in nature is the other thing that I heard. Yeah, but be outside and connect with people and be out in your community. It was important for you.
Fantastic. I've just removed a couple of duplicates that we had.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, and someone was asking about the last song that was playing, Winds of Change by John Binney. You may have heard of him. Okay, so are you doing Salsa Girl or is that mine?
That'll be. I did Salsa Girl.
Oh, sorry. Paying attention. Okay, so is sub 5 me or you? Me?
You.
Okay.
That's you.
Fantastic. So for sub 5, I saw you said you've been working on removing attachments, ropes, like I would call them cords. It definitely feels like there's real progress there. What I saw was the removal of connections and attachments to especially people that don't serve your highest good is fantastic. But I did see some reforming, some reattaching, and so, for example, when I've had some of my most painful cord cutting, it's been with friends who, are, I guess you describe them as ex-friends eventually. And it's one of the hardest things. Like, you'll know when you've fully cut a cord and that it's unlikely to be able to reconnect when you feel that sense of mourning, like a sense of loss and grief that you've had to let go, because you've had to let go of every aspect, and not every relationship is just 100% toxic, right? And so just releasing fully is a great practice. So keep going with your practice, and as I mentioned earlier, you can try my 14-day spirit guide meditations, and the cord cutting there can help you, or you can also try the other 14-day negative entity removal and protection meditations. So I hope that helps you on your journey. Thank you for your request.
And hi, Candace Lilies. The message I have for you is, well, I saw, you wondering about, family, soulmate, and dealing with cancer, and the message initially is like, the attention is on you. Don't think about family, don't think about soulmate, and all the attention, put attention back on you, caring for you, healing you, and when you imagine yourself healing, when you think of cancer and when you think of the disease, try not to give too much power to the word cancer, and think of healing. Imagine, visualize yourself healing. And again, the attention should be on you. It's all about you, your self-care, your well-being, and family, and soulmate, anybody around you should also be like really on board. It's about focusing on you right now. So I wish you well, and thank you so much for your question there. That was the message.
Fabulous.
We did
Christy. Yeah, Christy's went pretty smoothly. And that healing, I just found there's a couple of like small attachments. There's one around the third eye and the throat. These were like little kind of leeches. So I removed those. Everything else looked clear, and you lit up beautifully. So yeah, I hope that helps you, Christy.
Okay, Vanilla. Okay, bandana.
Oh, we've done this one. We've done this one already.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you did that. Yeah. Okay. So Caroline, Godia. Okay. The third eye looks open to me. I heard I'm open and ready to go, and I see the eye open, the third eye open. So
Great.
That's what I got for you, Caroline.
Fabulous. For Wendy, so you get you get to decide if you marry once more in this lifetime. I was like, guides were saying to me, it's a very human thing for us to just say, oh, there's this life and it starts at age 0 and it ends at a high number, right? The next thing I heard is that number, people are going to live a lot longer, especially those of us that are choosing to look after our bodies energetically. You're going to see humans lasting a lot longer. So prepare for that. And then the next part was preparing for the next life is just as important as the life you lead right now. So everything you're doing right now helps you in the next life. And sometimes we find it hard to get excited about our next life, right? But it is just like we're ending winter and then, entering into spring. And so everything you do now, everything you do both with your body, clearing your energy, facing your fears, working on your shadows, all these things help you in preparation for your next life. And on that journey, should you choose to find love that matches, these changes that you're going through, then this will definitely, help you on that journey. And I'm just seeing as I just scan through you, to definitely encourage you to work on your energy and what you're consuming. And consciously consume, make sure anything that's coming in that's filled with fear, and checking in on any addictions to that, like what you're watching on TV or on your phone or tablet. I hope that helps you, Wendy. So if you'd be doing Mystery Tour?
Yes, hi, Mystery Tour. I did a little bit of clearing on your heart space, just stagnant energy, and Archangel Raphael sent a healing energy to you, and then I grounded, ran golden light through your body and grounded the energy. And a reminder to everyone here to please hydrate, drink lots of water after all this healing, including us. Yes. Sip, sip.
Great.
So, okay.
For Sue, clearing through you. And your heart, Sue, is asking for, this is a message from your guides, your heart is asking for like a regular rhythm. It seems like a regular rhythm of self-love. So it could be as simple as saying, I love you to yourself. I love you, Sue. I love you, Sue. I love you, Sue, in the mirror each morning. It's like having this like regular routine or practice of self-care. It'll definitely help you. Excuse me. So you're doing Storm 88?
Mm-hmm. I looked at the shoulders and I actually saw what looked to be a close pin on each shoulder, pinching each shoulder. So I asked Archangel Michael to remove it. And okay. And send healing energy. Good.
Fantastic. And Amy, sorry to hear about your son who's been struck by a car. So whilst you didn't give explicit permission, I felt that since you're next to him in hospital, there's enough at least to scan through. As I scanned through, I spoke to his higher self and asked permission to assist with healing. And in part, there was some like of him being open to that healing, and I could see like there was some, like you said, on the spinal cord, the injuries. There's definitely some appetite for him to receive some of this healing love energy from Source. What is also important to know is, and this is sometimes a really hard message for us to hear, right? Which is that these really tough, traumatic experiences in our lives. I was knocked down twice as a child by two different cars. Is that they happen for a reason, and that's why his higher self has some hesitation. It's like, I don't want to bypass this experience. This trauma, the significantly traumatic experience, is important for him also. But sending so much love to you and your son, and wishing him a speedy recovery, and together any lessons, any silver linings that come out of this. I hope that helps you both.
I'm working on Nikita now, and there's something in her heart. It looks like it could be a leech on her. I'm feeling something like right here. Asking Archangel Michael to remove it. Okay, Archangel Michael removed it, and Archangel Raphael was sending healing light. There was actually, he removed it, and there was a little piece. He went back, he removed the piece that was still there, and Archangel Michael, Raphael sending healing energy now. And she asked about her career. I heard follow your heart. Follow your heart is about what you wish to create. If you want a change, you can create that. You can make a change if you want that, Nikita. Please drink a lot of water. Some water after this too. Yeah, okay. And I'm not feeling that anymore too, so that's good.
Good. And then I think this will be the last one. So Fortune Cookie, I love your name and the question you're asking. So you're right, you are very smart, and it felt lovely. What I saw was that you're only as, how did your guide say it? You only know what you know because you've experienced it first. And this challenge you have of building and starting a career is because you haven't learned enough yet about what it feels like for some of these potential careers. And so the advice is, you can go back to, for example, times when you first, like before you went, especially before you went into schooling, or the early ages of schooling, before you start to become programmed by our academic systems, and feel into, maybe this would be like a little ritual. You sit down and write down the things that you love doing the most, things that brought you the most joy. You're still the same human. You're a grown-up now, but you've still got a lot of experiences to find out. So some of these might be like, I wanted to be a firefighter. I wanted to be a spaceman. I also later I wanted to be a yacht deliverer and sail boats around the world. I also wanted to join the Navy. And except for space, I've been able to try all those things. Even spending 2 weekends on a Royal Navy minesweeper was amazing experiences. You'll know when you want a career in it, because you'll find the joy. You'll feel the joy. So this is all an exercise of finding the joy, going right back to when you were, your youngest memories can be a really fantastic start, and include things like the hobbies, the seemingly unimportant in terms of a career, and know that there is money to be made in all of the things that bring us joy, even if others have never done it. So I hope that helps you. Well, that's us for today. Thank you for everyone's patience in us trying out some new, different ways, somewhat real time. Perhaps, how did you feel, Viviane? That went through really fast.
It was good. It was like a lightning thing. It's almost like, what is this? It's not speed dating, it's speed healing.
Speed healing, that's right. I must admit, it was somewhat inspired by future meditations I've done, where I've literally been standing there in front of someone, and it's been like so fast. It's almost like shaking their hand. Hello, there you go. That's you done. Next. And I found that really shocking. I found that like, how's that even possible? Would people really enjoy it? But there's queues of people, and it's like, oh, maybe it is helpful. And Karen says that was fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
And Sonia says that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Speed scanning is a great format, says DD. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think there'll need to be a balance. To be fair and consistent for everyone, we would probably have to do that random. But I think that list still supports it.
Yes.
You and I don't actually need to know who we're doing next. We just pick one and show it up. And I don't know if I could do it for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I can do it for periods.
Yeah, I think you'll be draining to do it that way for 2 hours. But like we did today, was like maybe like after a certain amount of time towards the end, we can speed up like that.
Yeah, or starting with it either way. Yeah, we can try. Emily says thank you. It was fun. Yeah, and I think the other thing is, like, psychically for me, when I'm connecting with so many different beings really fast, I feel it now. It's like I feel much less grounded. I feel it's like the first thing that I'll do is go out barefoot and walk on the grass in my garden. And I think the more people we touch energetically, the more demand it puts on that grounding aspect of us. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming along today. I will bring our session to an end. Thanking our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Source and Gaia, and every soul that's participated in today's session, sending you all so much love and wishing you an easy ride and surf through these ascension waves and your healing, clearing, activation, and life path journeys. Asking us all to step outside of the session bubble as I close it down. Return to source or never return here again. You can remain in your individual protected bubbles for as long as you wish. Please do have an enjoyable experience with my free meditations. Please check out Viviane's channel. Contact her if you'd like a booking, and you can also book me as well from about July. So we're here to support you and wish you all the best. And wow, we got through a lot, didn't we?
Yes, there's some, and there's some. There were, I just cleared a couple. There were double. There were. But yeah, we did go through a lot.
Well, thank you so much,
Great.
and thank you so much to everyone on Instagram as well. We'll figure out what best to do with yours. It might just be as simple as that I have to put on a pinned comment, say that you have to come over to YouTube, or maybe stop comments. I'm not sure which, but anyway, thank you so much, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Drink plenty of water. Get plenty of rest. And we will see you Monday. And we have special guest. We have special guest Kelly Ferguson, who's a psychic medium and many more things. So excited to work with Kelly.
Yeah, looking forward to meeting Kelly too.
And we have another guest after that, which is the following Monday is angelically aligned Samantha, who I released a podcast with yesterday. So feel free to check that out on my website.
Yes, lovely. So remember, every Monday and Thursday we're here. So
thank you so much.
Yes, thank you all.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone.